Well, first of all, we'd like to say that our hearts go out to our brothers and sisters who are out there sacrificing themselves for their communities, who are putting themselves in harm's way and running towards violence when others are running away. We are sending prayers to their families, their coworkers, and the people who are going out tomorrow to do the same job. As far as in Missoula, we are fortunate that we live in a community that generally supports local first responders, and we are not telling our officers to behave any differently. The idea of officer safety is one that we abide by daily, long before these terrible stories started coming out of other areas. And we are telling our officers to, be careful, practice safe tactics, and continue to treat our community members and the people we serve with respect, and not employing any special tactics or strategies or anything to deal with threats that we have not experienced here yet.
Now, are there any ongoing programs, Travis, that the Missoula Police Department has in effect to, like community policing or engaging the community, the various groups within the community, to enhance the relationship between the police and the community?
Well, we do, Peter. We try to engage with the community every chance we get. A perfect example was the River Roots Festival, and officers were out. Of course, they had a job to do there, but they were also interacting with the public and letting people know that they're human. And we do that through other means. We are a community-oriented police agency, and we have our Citizens Academy, of course, that we invite participants in from town to learn about what we do and why we do things. It's something that's very important to Chief Brady, and it's important to the entire department.
I'm talking with Sheriff T.J. McDermott, Missoula County Sheriff. And T.J., I know it's very sobering to think about what's happening across the country in various law enforcement municipalities. We've had two brutal murders here in just the last couple of days. And I wanted to find out in what way the Missoula County Sheriff's Office, if you have some sort of fraternity with these organizations, is there any way that you're reaching out to them, or how close is that national fraternity of law enforcement folks?
Well, Peter, law enforcement is a brotherhood, and we are very close. And, these deaths of these officers are just horrible situation. So, our thoughts and prayers go out to the lieutenants, as men and women of the Fox Lake Police Department, and it just shows that, unfortunately, there are people out there who are willing to hurt or kill our law enforcement officers.
Now, TJ, are there any ways specifically here in the Missoula area that your agency is working to build community trust and try to work with the community to keep that level of communication open?
Well, one thing about the Missoula community is that we're lucky to live here. There's a great deal of community support for our law enforcement officers, and just having that support and be able to work in partnership with our community on issues related to crime, I think that's the key. And we're fortunate here. Our deputies enjoy that support when they're out on the road working.
Now, what about protection of your officers? I'm sure every day you tell them to be safe out there, but is there a little maybe extra added, let's watch out for each other's back while we're out there during times like these?
Well, in law enforcement, it's, when something like this happens nationally, where a law enforcement officer loses his life, it just reminds all of us, how dangerous the job of being a law enforcement officer is. And, it's a good reminder for our deputies of what we're doing out there and what the risks are, and to keep each other safe and take care of each other and make sure that we each make it home at night to be with our families.